How to set financial goals you'll actually achieve. Do you want to take control of your finances and achieve your financial dreams? Whether you're aiming to pay off debt, save for a home, or build wealth, setting the right financial goals is the first step. But here's the catch. Setting goals isn't enough. You need to set goals that you'll actually achieve. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. In this video, we'll cover how to define your financial goals, break them down into manageable steps, and overcome the challenges that often get in the way. We'll also share tips on how to track your progress and stay motivated along the way, so you can turn your dreams into reality. But here's the big question. What's the biggest mistake people make when setting financial goals? And more importantly, how can you avoid it? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan to take control of your money and make your goals happen. Let's get started. Defining clear financial goals. Before you can achieve your financial goals, you need to define them clearly. Vague goals like, I want to save money or I want to be rich won't get you anywhere. You need specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Start with the basics. What do you want to achieve? Are you looking to build an emergency fund, pay off student loans, or save for a down payment on a house? Once you've figured out what you want, get specific. For example, instead of saying, I want to save money, say, I want to save $10,000 for an emergency fund in the next 12 months. Next, make sure your goals are measurable. This means setting a clear dollar amount and a time frame. Without these, it's easy to lose sight of your goal and get distracted. Lastly, ensure your goals are realistic. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, setting a goal to save $10,000 in the next month may not be realistic. Break down the goal into smaller, more achievable steps. Perhaps start with saving $500 this month and increase it gradually. The key is to be clear about what you want, make it measurable, and ensure it's achievable. Breaking down your goals into manageable steps. Once you've defined your financial goals, the next step is to break them down into smaller, more manageable pieces. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you're looking at a huge financial goal, like saving for a house or paying off debt. But breaking it down makes it less intimidating and easier to track. Let's say you want to pay off $5,000 in credit card debt. If you focus on the entire amount, it can feel impossible. But if you break it down, you'll see that it's more manageable. For example, if you need to pay it off in 6 months, that's just about $850 a month. Much more achievable, right? Use the SMART method to break down your goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. This method helps you stay focused and motivated. For each smaller goal, set milestones to track your progress. Celebrate each milestone along the way. If your goal is to save $5,000, your milestones could be $1,000, $2,500, and so on. These mini goals keep you motivated and show you how far you've come. Finally, don't forget about the how. How are you going to achieve these steps? Will you cut back on dining out, reduce discretionary spending, or take on a side hustle? Having a clear plan of action ensures you stay on track. Overcoming challenges in achieving financial goals. Now that you have your goals set up and broken down, you might be wondering, what if I face challenges? And the truth is, you will. Reaching financial goals isn't always smooth. But don't worry, it's part of the process. Let's talk about how to handle obstacles. One of the biggest challenges is lack of motivation. At first, the excitement of setting a goal is there. But over time, you might lose that spark. You might think, I'll skip saving this month, or it's too hard to cut back on things I enjoy. The key is reminding yourself why you're doing this. Whether it's for financial freedom or peace of mind, keep your why front and center. Another challenge is unexpected expenses. Life happens. Your car breaks down or an emergency pops up and suddenly your goal feels out of reach. It's frustrating, but it's important to build a buffer into your budget. Set aside a small emergency fund to cover surprises so they don't completely derail your goals. Having that buffer will give you peace of mind and stop you from feeling like you've failed. Then there's procrastination. It's easy to put off saving, especially when the goal seems far away. You might think, I'll start next week, or I'll save more when I get a better paycheck. But delaying your goals makes it harder to reach them. The sooner you start, even with small contributions, the more momentum you'll gain. Starting early gives you the power of compound interest. Remember, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Another challenge is feeling overwhelmed by a large goal. It's normal to feel like paying off debt or saving for a house is impossible. But here's the secret: break down big goals into smaller steps. Focus on one step at a time. Celebrate small wins. Every little bit of progress will motivate you to keep going. Lastly, be kind to yourself. Financial progress isn't linear. Setbacks will happen. The most important thing is not to give up. If you miss a savings target or overspend, don't let it completely derail you. Learn from it, adjust your plan, and keep going. To overcome these challenges, stay focused on your why, build an emergency buffer, start small, break down big goals, and be kind to yourself. Remember, achieving financial goals is a marathon, not a sprint. Stick with it, and you'll get there. Staying motivated and tracking your financial progress. Now that you've set your goals and have strategies in place, how do you stay on track when things get tough or when you lose sight of your progress? The secret is tracking your progress and staying motivated along the way. Let's start with tracking. It might seem simple, but seeing your progress in real time is incredibly motivating. When you're working toward a big financial goal, like saving for a house or building an emergency fund, it can feel like you're not making much progress. But by tracking your savings or debt repayment, you'll see the numbers grow. And that's a big boost. There are many ways to track your progress. Apps like Mint or YNAB, You Need a Budget, sync with your bank accounts, categorize spending, and track savings. These tools give you a real-time overview of your finances and alert you if you're veering off track. If you prefer a more hands-on approach, manual tracking can be just as effective. Whether you use a notebook, spreadsheet, or printed budget sheet, keeping a record of your income, expenses, and savings lets you visualize your progress. A simple chart showing how much you've saved can be incredibly motivating, and it gives you control over your finances. Now, let's talk about staying motivated. Motivation is a crucial part of any financial journey, but it can ebb and flow. One day, you're on track, and the next, you're discouraged by how long your goal seems to be taking. The key is to celebrate small wins. Even if you're not hitting your goal within the exact time frame, acknowledge progress. Did you save $500 instead of $400 this month? Celebrate that. Every small victory brings you closer to your goal. Another way to stay motivated is to visualize your goal. Picture what it will feel like when you achieve it. Whether it's walking into your new home, paying off credit card debt, or building a solid emergency fund, visualization helps you stay energized. Accountability is also a great tool. Share your goal with a friend or family member who can keep you on track. They can be your cheerleader when things get tough, and having someone else involved makes it harder to give up. If you're committed, consider joining a financial community where you can share wins and struggles with others on the same journey. Lastly, remember that financial progress takes time. Be patient with yourself. If things aren't moving as fast as you want, don't get discouraged. Progress isn't linear. Keep the long-term picture in mind and remember that each small step brings you closer to your goal. So to stay motivated and on track, track your progress, celebrate small wins, visualize your goal, stay accountable, and most importantly, be patient. Financial success doesn't happen overnight, but by staying consistent, you'll get there. Wrapping up and taking action. You now have all the tools you need to set and achieve your financial goals. By following the steps we've covered, defining your goals, breaking them down into manageable steps, overcoming challenges, tracking your progress, and staying motivated, you're on the right path to financial success. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take adds up. So what's the next step? Take action. Whether it's setting your first goal or reviewing your current financial situation, the most important thing is to start. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now and make adjustments along the way. It's easy to get overwhelmed, but take a deep breath, remember your why, and focus on one small thing you can do today to move forward. Stay consistent, stay patient, and remember, you've got this. And if you want more tips on managing your money, reaching financial goals, and building the life you want, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to show your support. Leave a comment below about your first financial goal, and I'd love to hear how you're planning to achieve it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.